driving the Skoda Octavia RS, as ever it's been, it's kind of a middle of the road car in terms of middle road hot hatch, I should say, in terms of mixing everyday usability and a bit of fun when you want it to be, and that's very much the case now. I'd like to try it back to back with some of the older versions because it's an inkling that it's got a bit softer than it used to. It's more of an everyday car than ever before, and the newer Golf GTI, for example, feels more engaging than it, for sure. Saying all that, this has got 265 horsepower, so it's a turbocharged 4-cylinder 2-litre engine. It matches the 265 horsepower produced by the Golf GTI's engine, the entry-level one anyway. And it isn't quite as quick in the 0 to 100 kilometers an hour. That's because the Octavia is a bit heavier. So it still does 6.4 seconds, which isn't bad. It's still a fast car by any means. It sounds pleasant. It's not loud. It never is loud, actually. If you put the transmission, this only comes with a dual clutch automatic gearbox now. If you put that into the sport mode, as I've just done, it holds the gears for longer. It changes down quicker and all that, but also when you're coming to a stop, it goes down through the gears with a little throttle blip, and I guess it's a bit of fun to remind you you're in the sportier model. There are drive modes in this car, but as standard it doesn't get adaptive damping, so the drive modes don't do a huge amount. It does have an electronically controlled limited slip differential on the front axle to help it get a bit of traction out of corners, and it's very effective actually. And so perhaps the characteristics of that are altered when you go into the sport mode, for instance, as opposed to eco or normal. In individual, you can actually tweak all the different bits and pieces, but personally I feel the normal and even the sport mode are perfectly fine for everyday use. If you prefer the lighter steering in the sport mode, you can perhaps change that, and you can also alter things like the adaptive cruise control and all that, but personally I never feel any need to do that. Overall, it feels like an everyday car that has a bit of a sporty side when you want it. It's not an out-and-out sporty car, particularly these days, but that's probably a good thing. This is probably the kind of car that's bought by people that need the practicality, and ever has it been, it's still that car.